Hello Year 6 and welcome to Tuesday's literacy lesson. Now today you need pages 24 and 25 of your comprehension book, the one with the wolf on the front. Okay, and you've got Theseus's adventure today. Okay, so I'll just go through a couple of bits as usual with you. So again, remember that the lines are numbered, so it helps you define which line that you need to look at. So there's also in this, which is really useful because there's some quite high level vocabulary in here. So you'll notice as you read it, there's some little stars. Now these little stars tell you when there is a word in the glossary at the bottom and it tells you what it means. So that's really useful for today because there is quite a lot of high level vocabulary in there for you. So the first one is a vocabulary question and it asks you what you think the word eluded means. And it tells you it's in line 10. So remember, as always with word meaning questions, use the sentence before, use the sentence after to help you to figure it out. So it says, Theseus, who had already heard of the giant's stratagem, skillfully eluded the danger. Okay, so have a think if you can work it out. And if the worst comes to the worst, you can always use a dictionary to look it up. But remember, if you do, use the dictionary, then go back, don't just copy the dictionary definition, go back to the text and think, what does it mean in that sentence? Okay, the next was a retrieval one. How did Theseus conquer Sinus? Conquer means beat, overcoming. The next one's a retrieval one. Why are people unable to avoid him? In the third paragraph, so again, it tells you the third paragraph, so make sure you count down which verb is used. Remember, a verb is a doing word. It's another verb, so it's a synonym for the word eat. So use the text, use the context of the sentences to help you work it out. How did he feel? And why do you think he felt that way? So again, it's your opinion. How did he, well, it's not really an opinion one. How did he feel? Explain your answer. Use the text. Use what it says in the text because it says. Identify a feature that suggests it's a myth. Remember, myths are mythical, they're made up. It's not based in reality. So what here gives you that impression that it's not real, it's a myth. So do you think he survived the journey to Athens? And explain your answer. So think about what kind of character you get the impression that Theseus is from what it says in the text. So decide whether you think he survives the journey. So that's a yes, I think he did, or no, I think he didn't. And then why? So what in that text tells you that he survived the journey? Okay, well, or it gives you the impression that he survived the journey. Okay, so that is your work from the comprehension book for today, pages 24 and 25. Again, any help, please get in touch. So your word power one today, okay, is pages 4 and 5. And this is again about worldwide words. So the idea that words are everywhere and they come from different countries and there's lots of different languages. So you've got some inventions first here. So internet, smartphones, email, all those kind of inventions. You've got to pick one or two of those. And why do you think that's made communication easier? Okay, so communication is how we talk to each other, how we get messages to everybody. So choose two of those inventions. How do you think they've made life easier to communicate, to be able to have conversations with people, to send people things? Then the next bit is about products that we need in this country. And we don't always have them from this country. They come imported from other countries. And there's a little quote here. It says that often if you want to buy something, you can usually speak your own language. But if you want to sell something, you need to speak the customer's language. Why do you think that is? So have a think about when you're buying something, speaking your own language, but if you're selling, you have to speak the customers. Why do you think that that's important? Then choose two languages that you think are important for trade. So that means where we buy and sell things from other countries. So two languages that you think are really important. So you might want to have a look at where we buy things from and why you think it's important. So why you think those languages are important. Okay. Then it says about minority languages, and What do you think that is, and any examples? So what you think a minority language is, so think of the word minority. So minority means where there's not very many of those. And why do you think that it's really important to protect those? And any examples that you might use the internet to look that up as well. And then again, why people might be keen to protect the language they speak, why they want it to not go, why they want to keep that language. Then the next one, you've got this person here saying, I think there should only be one language spoken across the whole world. And you've got to think some for and against arguments. So why you think that would be a good thing, perhaps why you think it might not be such a good thing. Okay, and then again, like yesterday, what do you now know about languages in the modern world that you didn't know before? So after doing this work today, what do you know that you didn't know before? Okay, so as I said before, please get in touch if you are stuck or struggling, and I'll see you tomorrow for tomorrow's literacy lesson.